And welcome back to another episode of All of Fabric 6, where today I crafted some puppet shelves. Maybe these don't go there. Maybe these go... maybe there. And then we chuck this in here. Nice. And now we don't have to worry about it. So, last episode we built this fairly empty inside looking witch hut, which is cool. And we're going to be getting into bewitchment. Yeah, I figure we'll probably end up filling the inside with some more stuff, so it doesn't matter that it looks pretty bare. And we can maybe get a fortune. Yep, our magic power has increased. I already have a fortune. And it did use the stuff. Right, and the fortune was, I don't remember, something will be revealed. Cool. So, I guess what we want to do is carry on with some of these quests. I actually want to hang up our bedrock armor for a bit and try out some of the bewitchment stuff. So having a quick look, looks like we've got a few options, but they all require these elixirs. And it seems like certain types of bark for some of them. So I believe besmirchment armor, just from reading the book, would give us the ability to like trade with demons, which does sound cool. It doesn't look too bad. I reckon we could get a bunch of this stuff. So just any kind of wool. Then we need to make grim elixirs and fiery serums, which is done using a witch cauldron, which I guess we want to try and make one of these. And that's following these quests down here. Now, I guess we can make all the different types of armor. So we also have hedge witch stuff. I don't know what the difference is between, like, is it just cosmetic or are there certain things you get from wearing them? Rain again. So I will gather, like, lots of thunderstorms so we can sleep. Let's sleep. We don't need thunder. But alright, we can upgrade a cauldron to a witch cauldron, like that. Cool, so new chapters are unlocked. And another loot bag for the bag of loot bags. Now, did that unlock stuff about the armor, or did it? Brewing? No, it kind of looks like it's just showing us more about the different things we could get. We're going to make a love potion. Almost anything out of this potion effect can theoretically be bound as familiar. I wonder how long that lasts, though. And now that said, that was added by besmirchment, which I think is like an add-on. So is it this bewitchment plus? It seems to be color-coded a little bit. Oh, there's besmirchment armor. Oh, here we go. Hedge witch armor. When worn, it increases crop yield. Huh. Carpets of the same fabric can also be placed on altars. That would actually be kind of cool. I did notice that none of them seem to have boots, which is interesting. So that's cool. So, and then alchemist armor doubles the duration of brews. Huh. Neat. That is neat. Okay, so there are bonuses for wearing the different types of armor. I mean, besmirchment armor. Demons of any kind are unable to discern the wearer from their kin. Cool, so we could trade with demons. I mean, that does sound like the coolest one, right? Besmirchment armor does sound like the coolest one, but I guess we can maybe try and make all of them. Let's look at what we need for the different armors. So we want hedge witch, we want alchemist. That's going to require a cleansing balm, which is salt, which we can just get in the mines. We need specifically alder bark. We have that. Earth ichor. Spruce, yep, we should have all that. So we're going to want those trees nearby, actually. It's okay. And then for this one, we need aqua, which needs a fish, and birch. Should be straightforward. Heaven extract. And we're going to want a few of these if we want a full armor set. Feathers, mandrake, juniper. Yeah, we have juniper as well. And then besmirchment. So that was that. Cypress we have. Snake tongues, I think I actually do have some of them. And fiery is oak. Neat. We've got 2 snake tongues. Okay, we should have a bit of the stuff needed for crafting these potions. Might be a little bit short on snake tongues, but we can head to the nether to get more of them. Or you can hunt snakes, but you can also tame snakes. So I felt a little bit bad doing it. But let's set up this witch cauldron. And I guess we're trying to figure out how to use it. Now, I don't know where this is going to live. For now, yep, on the floor. So what does this tell us about brewing? So craft a few bottles of oil. First throw a piece of bark into a boiling witch cauldron, and then you can bottle it once it changes color. Okay. Right, so we're going to need a bunch of bottles, which I think I have some glass somewhere. We got some bottles here. We might want a few more, I suspect. And then some way to boil this. So I think we're going to want water, which might mean we want like a water source. Can we make stairs out of that? No. Silver stairs, I guess we could do that. And this should give us an infinite water source, I think. Oh, this takes a while to mine. If they would join nicely. So let's see what happens. So magma block. We chuck water in. That looks like it's boiling. Okay, let's start with, I guess hedge witch was earth and cleansing, which was the garlic one and the spruce one and the alderbark one. So the alderbark one is this one. Let's start with that. So we chuck in alderbark. Looks like it's changed color. Salt, garlic. It looks like it's changed to the color we want. Oh, and we get a few from it. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. And we can do the same thing again. We're actually going to need less of this than I thought. And we get like 4 wool from 1 cleansing balm, right? Yeah, so that's probably pretty sweet. And this will be the last couple of brews. Nice, and I guess we can listen to a cauldron bubbling away. I definitely want to tidy that up. It looks terrible. So that was this one with coal, and that makes fiery serum. Neat. And then we got the recipes kind of saved here in case we need to make more. So that's completed all the different elixirs, which is neat. Oh, and we get a liquid XP bucket. Okay. How do we make liquid XP? I'm assuming there's like a useful thing. Kaib or Kibi, Kaibe, however you pronounce that, seems to have lots of like useful things. It's a useful things mod. But okay, so we've done that. We've got all these different brew things. I'm assuming these are used for more than just making the armor, so this is used for making a prickly belt. I did read about this. This actually sounds kind of cool. The prickly belt. I'm getting slightly distracted. But tools, prickly belt. You can add status effects with a potion to the belt. I don't know how many effects you can put on there. Maybe it's just 1. And so if you get attacked, it'll give you the positive effect, and the attacker, the negative effect. So at the cost of ME, so you need to be near an altar for this to work. So it kind of helps you if you're at your base, but otherwise maybe not so much, if I'm understanding that correctly. Let's go get some wool. And actually we don't have a lot of sheep. Do I have a bunch of wool in here from when I was farming stuff? A little bit. We need a bunch of wool. Alright, let's craft. Let's start with Hedgewitch. So we've got enough for 5. We might want to use some of this for other stuff. Let's hold off on that because there's no... Oh, there are boots. Those are robe boots. Okay, so they're not the same thing. So we have Hedgewitch robes. Oh, we're actually going to be a little bit short, or maybe I just made the perfect amount. Definitely on purpose. We have none of that stuff left over. And then, yeah. I don't know what we do with our lack of boots. Because there's like Harbinger bewitchment things. But you can't make that, so I think it might be like a drop. I'm supposed to run around in bare feet? Okay, we are a wizard of some kind. A hedge witch. We're a witch. Cool. Okay. Let's just chuck down some armor stands. For now, there, and we will chuck our bedrock stuff on there. Now, obviously, we're going to be a little bit weaker. I'll chuck the bedrock stuff over in the spectrum area. Cool, so we got ourselves Hedgewitch armor. And I actually wouldn't have minded another one of those Hedgewitch things. We'll craft that after. I think I'm also going to run out of wool. But okay, maybe if we're prioritizing things, let's get besmirched armor. So that we can trade with demons. Because that sounds kind of cool. And, oh. Yes, looks slightly more menacing. Yes. I mean, that's definitely the coolest one so far. It's definitely the coolest one so far. So, Hedgewitch gave us something. I can't remember what it was. Increased crop yield. Okay, that's cool. And yeah, maybe a nicer altar carpet. And then I guess we'll craft the alchemist stuff as well. No, we've got it. Oh, I ran out of wool. Oh, that would explain it. That would explain it entirely. And that looks kind of neat. But we don't have the full set of that. And this is for giving us more potions. Okay, so we can trade with demons now. Which does sound pretty sweet. Sounds pretty sweet. So I think we can summon demons, so maybe that should be the next stuff. Harbinger. So there's those boots. Acquired by defeating the vampire queen in battle. A demon heart. That seems demon-y. Let's make some chalk. And see what happens. How much wood ash do I have? 8. Okay, and then some bark of some description. I guess we just start with 1 chalk. Because I don't entirely know what we do with the chalk. So, a demon heart. Doesn't seem to tell us what we do there, so... Chalk must be the ritual. So we can make a barrier, push back hostile entities, run for around half a day. Doesn't seem worth it. Not right now, anyway. Probably summon demon. Cool. Let's... And we need 666. Energy stuff. We've got 660. I think I just need to plant some crops. And that will probably solve that. What I think I actually want to try out is Spectrum had these gilded books, and they actually have a recipe. And this will let us copy enchantments from an item to the book. So that would mean we could get those cool Spectrum enchantments, like protection 5 or 6, whatever it is, and probably fire protection might also be handy by the sound of it. And then we can get some pretty OP enchantments on our gear without just wearing very powerful Spectrum armor, which is cool. But, yeah, I mean, maybe we wear the Spectrum boots. Give me that helmet. And I did make the Alchemist hood, which also looks pretty cool. Okay, so been playing around with the enchantments. I just ended up making some of these wizard boots since we don't have boots we can use. And so we've got all the different protection 5s kind of spread out. And we should now have an Anthem with Unbreaking 3, Mending, Looting 3, and Sharpness 6. So I made a enchanted book by extracting stuff off of the sword after I enchanted it with a book made from this sword. So we have, yeah, a book with all of this stuff on it. I just wanted to get away from having Treasure Hunter 3. I don't think we need a lot of mob heads at the moment. And it's a book with a lot of enchantments on it. Which is cool, though. Which is cool. Okay, so we want to craft an additional 3 chalk. And then we want 1 golden, 1 eldritch, and 1 fiery. I'm assuming these probably have durability. Not entirely sure on that, but we will give it a go. And we're going to have to actually do it in this area because we need the magical energy, which is now 681, so enough to do the summoning. And then I guess we make like a summoning circle. So we'll probably need to be in range of that. Summon a demon. Do we not? I thought we got the... So this is the ritual. Yeah, that'll work. Then maybe we can mark something out so we know where the limits of this are. And then for summoning the demon, it was... Oh, we're also going to need to get a villager. Red... 2 outer red ones. So... It does have durability. I wonder if we could probably put like mending and stuff on that. Now, mate, if you just want to follow me up this way. Not that way. Just want to... This way. Can I come this way? You still remember your old workstation. Mate, it's... No, come on. New life. New life. Let's go this way. Come on. Forget about your old job. I've got a new job for you. You're gonna love it. Now, I am sure there is nothing better than fences for containing friends. For containing friends. So, you can just walk around. Yeah? Do you like the artwork? It's pretty cool. And then, apparently, one of each of these items and... a sacrifice. Okay. Now, is that all we have to do? I can't say I've done one of these before. So, drawing circles and throwing in the proper ingredients. And then... Perfect. We have summoned a demon. And Right, now do we have a quest for getting a demon heart. And that does lock a broom, which I think is going to be some sort of flight. I mean, can we make a deal? Like a pact. We made a pact for greed. How do we know what I just did? So I made a pact with a demon, but contracts. We did greed. And under the contract of greed, ores will automatically smelt and drop twice the amount that they would normally drop. I probably didn't actually want that. Not that I do a lot of mining, but okay. And that lasts for 7, I'm assuming, Minecraft days. Now, what does pride? Let's have a look at what pride does. Pride, double the amount of experience you gain, and I'm thinking this reduces your maximum hearts. It totally does. Okay, and then I'm going to assume Wrath gives us damage. No. Increase your damage output with lower health. Well, hey. There we go. But, boy, have I got a deal for you, Mr. Demon. He does have 200 health. I just saw that. 200 health. That seems like a lot. We might want this sword for that extra bit of damage. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Probably should have prepared some food. Now, I want to kill him with looting. And he dropped... So he wasn't actually that tough. A demon heart. Nice. Great. Yeah, we've still got a pact. Cool. So we made a deal with the demon and then didn't work out too well for him. Am I the bad guy? No, he was a demon, he was evil. It's fine, it's fine. So with that we could make a grotesque stew. By drinking or deeply looking into the eyes of a greater demon, a witch can pledge to them. Pledging to a greater demon has unique benefits. Okay, I'm interested. But I wouldn't mind pledging to a demon. That sounds fun. But what is a greater demon? And how do we summon them? Ah, boy. Mate, you've... have I got a deal for you? Do you sell anything good? Ah, boy, do I have a deal for you. Have you heard of summoning demons? I don't have the things on me. He just turned up. So yeah, I was looking at how we can summon a demon, and apparently we can make a scroll of torment. We need to get this resin stuff, which I think is from those trees you get from the nether. Blood, we kind of saw how to do that somewhere. But it was Aconite and Belladonna. Now, because he's a modded dude, I don't know if he counts as a humanoid, but we will find out. He doesn't. That wasn't a proper sacrifice. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, he doesn't count. He wasn't human. So that was fine. Because he wasn't human, that was fine. So just going through some of the greater demons, we could become a werewolf. We need a brazier. We're going to need some more of these demon hearts. We could summon Lilith. And that would let us become a bat. Okay. So mountain or icy biome. Okay. Leonard. 2 potency modifiers when brewing instead of 1. Okay. To warp. Ah, So we can set up kind of like a teleport thing. Okay, I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't know if we need that. Beelzebub? What's a werepire? Oh, vampire and werewolf. Okay. And if we wanted to summon him, this one looks pretty doable. Need to acquire a scroll of torment. Use the scroll on a pig at night. Okay. We can do this one. We'll use a demon heart for this. We need to figure out how to get bottles of blood. So I think to get some blood... let's double check. Blood. We get it from vampires, but no, I'm sure we could harvest it from villagers. So we get bottles of blood by slaying a humanoid with the anthane with a bottle in your offhand. Now I don't know if these guys will count. I don't know if it plays well with modded villagers, so we'll go over to this dark area. We'll see. It didn't get us anything. Again, I'm thinking maybe it doesn't work with them. Let's just double check the book. It does say glass bottle and offhand, yeah, so I don't think those guys work. I mean, maybe we should be doing this at nighttime. But you're kind of just hanging out over here, mate. There we go. 1 bottle of blood. Unfortunately, we need 4 for that, and 1 for the grotesque stew. Sorry. Sorry, I had to. Actually, might want to be careful we don't use all the villages in this area, because this is a little bit closer to the base. Yeah, we'll go check out another village. There's got to be a village nearby. Yeah, like this one. This village. Over down here. We'll just go visit these guys. Yeah, mate. Just right this way. Right this way. Yeah, just up here. Yeah. This is the spot. Yeah, no. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's fun. Just fun. Just jump in here. Jump in the boat. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, mate. You're gonna love this. You are gonna love this. So we will just one of each of those. I think that's everything. Let's double check. Yeah, that was everything. I don't want to pick those things up. That is just wait. Can we get no? I was gonna see if I could get blood and summon a demon, but let's not be greedy. Hey, you look different. Death, famine, gluttony. What do these things do? And do we want to be a little bit more careful? Anything slain by your hand will heal you. I mean, that sounds good. Gluttony doubles the nourishing effect of food. That's kind of cool. What was your last one? Famine. It seems like the opposite. Damage taken is reduced the hungrier you are. Oh. Well, we want to be a little bit careful with our hearts, but death. Right, let's harvest ourselves a demon. So they have a lot of health, but not super tough. Like, I barely took any damage. I guess we've got pretty good enchants. 5 demon hearts. Okay, I think we got pretty lucky with looting that time. Nice. Cool. That's going to be all we need. Yeah, we got some blood. And then we want to make a grotesque stew. All right, I'm sure we've got the stuff hanging around for that. All right, so with the spider eye... A grotesque stew. Cool, cool. And then something we are missing is the dragon's blood resin, which I think we get from these dragon's blood sapling trees. I guess we could just kind of grow this anywhere. I wouldn't mind if it was not raining. I think that would be nice. This is still a pretty handy spectrum fusion ritual shrine. I don't know. Magic. Magic. How I want some ectoplasm. It's handy stuff. Right. So if we had some bone meal, which actually I've got like blocks of bone meal in my bag. I think if we extract, or maybe just strip the bark off this, we get some of that dragon's blood resin. Maybe. So that does that. We harvest it, it just gives us the log. Oh, and then we can't do that again. Do we? No? Okay, I need to look up. How do we actually get the resin stuff out? Because I saw something about it was mentioned. You know, apparently cutting the bark makes it yield resin. But is that like a... It sometimes yields resin? Like what's the story with these? Or is it like over time it will yield resin? I mean, I'm not getting any resin. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it just happens over time. Let's plant these over by the witch house. Seems like a better place for them. So if we were to chuck one of these here, can we temporal pouch it? Yes. Perfect. Cool. And then that's going to be everything we need for a scroll of torment. And then to summon this dude, I think it was we click on a pig at night. Use the scroll on a pig at night. I did just sleep, which is a little bit of a pain. But I did see bewitchment has coffins. And these let you skip the night, or skip the day, rather, which would have been very handy when I was trying to grow those vines. But, I mean, it's still good. It'll still be useful now. We're going to want to make sure we've got at least a couple of pigs, because I don't think he's going to survive it. I have my doubts. Yeah, mate, check out this place. How good does this look? Have some beetroot. There you go, mate. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, like up the fence that I left open. Don't go anywhere. We can make ourselves a coffin. That means we can chuck this down in here. Somewhere, maybe just for now. And we can make a nighttime. All right. And then we come out here. Let's put night vision goggles on because sometimes it's a bit hard to see. There we go. And mate, here we go. Oh, I guess we have to hold it down and... Oh! Okay. You're gonna... Do you just keep doing that? Because that's gonna be Very annoying. What are you? You're just gonna... Do you constantly summon those things? Okay. Or were you just... You didn't like the glow bug? I think you just didn't like the glow bug. Okay. And then to pledge to this dude, who's constantly getting distracted, we stare into your eyes and you need to take out. You need to stop worrying about those guys, because I want to get this right. Drinking while deeply looking into the eyes of a greater demon. Right, that's what we want to do. And you've got very big eyes. Did that do it? It hurts. It doesn't feel good. We might die. I don't have something to stop this. I did have something to stop this. So wait, are we pledged? I mean, it kind of didn't... It didn't do anything. Are we pledged? How do I know if I did or not? Right, so I think by pledging to Beelzebub, we now have total control over the curse. But I'm not sure what that means. So we pledged to him mostly because his recipe seemed the easiest. So we could perhaps curse ourselves with lycanthropy. And then I think we would have control over it. So lycanthropy is contracted from another werewolf as long as it's not a newly infected one. Okay. So I guess we're going to become either a werewolf. No, because he's this one. Right, so we want to become infected with lycanthropy. Okay, and then become infected by a vampire. So first we want to become a werewolf, which I assume means... You're just going to have to hang out here, mate. You need a better area, though, than this. I assume that means new moon, and we need to have that other curse. Susceptibility. The curse weakens the body, making the target take twice as much magic damage and makes it hard for them to move. Yikes. I mean, we have these things. But I think that's going to be for another day. So we have pledged ourselves to Lord Beelzebub. Yeah. And we're going to become a werewolf vampire hybrid thing. I don't know. But a bit of a darker one, so we'll come back next time for some more slightly evil All the Fabric 6. See ya.